Ever wondered how thrilling and challenging it would be to study in a foreign city? Welcome to the journey of Tom, a student who's just arrived in a vibrant English-speaking city, ready to dive into his studies and embrace a new culture. As Tom steps off the plane, the bustling city greets him with a cool breeze and a symphony of distant car horns and chatter. He navigates the winding city streets, his suitcase rattling behind him. After a while, he finally finds his destination, the university dormitory, a towering building with windows that seem to wink at him in the sunlight. Entering the dorm, he feels the flutter of anticipation in his chest. This is the start of a new chapter, a chance to make friends from around the globe and immerse himself in an entirely different way of life. He steps into his room, eyes wide with anticipation. Then he meets John, his new roommate. John's friendly smile and open demeanor immediately put Tom at ease. John greets him with a hearty, "Hey there, mate!" Tom responds, "Hello, I'm Tom, your new roommate." It's a simple exchange, but it's the beginning of a conversation that will help shape Tom's understanding of this new city and its language. As they settle in, Tom and John chat about their journeys. "How was your flight?" John asks, showing genuine interest. Tom, appreciative of the friendly inquiry, replies, "It was pretty long, but I'm excited to be here." This everyday conversation is chock full of useful phrases that can be used in many different situations. The dialogue between Tom and John, filled with casual greetings, self-introductions, and questions about each other's journeys, is a snapshot of how the English language is used in daily life. It's also a glimpse into the kind of friendships that can be formed in a diverse city like this one. Tom and John seem to get along well. Let's see how Tom's first day of classes goes. This is just the beginning of Tom's adventure. Stay tuned to see what happens next in this bustling city, where learning and living go hand in hand. Imagine stepping into your first class in a foreign city. How would you feel? Meet Tom. He's just like you and me, but today, he's stepping into his first class in a bustling, English-speaking metropolis. A mix of excitement and nervousness bubbles within him. He's about to embark on a journey of learning and discovery in a classroom that's miles away from his comfort zone. As Tom pushes open the classroom door, he musters the courage to say his first English words of the day. "Good morning, everyone." The room is filled with unfamiliar faces, each one just as excited and anxious as he is. He greets his professor with a polite, "Hello, Professor, I'm Tom." These simple greetings are the building blocks of any conversation. They're his way of breaking the ice, of making his presence known. His heart races as the professor introduces him to the class. "Class, this is Tom. He's joining us from abroad." Tom, feeling a little more at ease, shares his excitement with the class. "I'm really excited to be here. I look forward to learning with all of you." But excitement isn't the only emotion stirring within Tom. He's also nervous. After all, it's his first day. He shares his feelings, saying, "I must admit I'm a bit nervous. This is all new to me." It's okay to express nervousness. It shows that you're human and that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. During the class, Tom is proactive. He asks about the class schedule. "Could you please tell me more about the class schedule?" And inquires about the subjects they'll be covering. "What subjects will we be studying this term?" These phrases are crucial for understanding your academic journey and navigating your way through the educational landscape. Well, that was quite a first day for Tom, but the city has more to offer. Our friend Tom has taken his first steps in this new city, and he's ready to explore what lies beyond the classroom walls. Join us, won't you, as we continue to follow Tom's journey in this English-speaking metropolis. What would be the first places you'd explore in a foreign city? That's the question Tom and his friend John asked themselves as they embarked on their city exploration. Their first stop was a bustling local cafe. The aroma of freshly grounded coffee beans filled the air, and the sound of the espresso machine working its magic was a melody to their ears. Approaching the counter, Tom mustered up his courage and said, "Could I please have a cappuccino and a blueberry muffin?" This might seem like a simple sentence, but for a language learner, it's a significant step towards fluency. Next, they decided to visit a local bookstore. Rows upon rows of books, each with a story waiting to be discovered. John, being an avid reader, asked the bookstore owner, "Could you suggest a book about the city's history?" It's always a good idea to ask locals for recommendations, and this phrase will come in handy when you're seeking suggestions. From the bookstore, they made their way to a vibrant city park. The park was alive with the sounds of children playing, birds chirping, and the rustle of the wind through the trees. They noticed a group of people playing a game of chess and decided to join in. Tom turned to one of the players and asked, "Do you mind if we join?" Not only did they make new friends, but they also learned a new hobby. Throughout their adventure, Tom and John got to know the city better, one street at a time. They learned how to order food, ask for suggestions, and even talk about hobbies. It was not just about visiting landmarks or ticking off a checklist, it was about immersing themselves in the city's culture, meeting its people, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. Exploring the city was a great adventure for Tom, but the adventures don't stop here. How would you react to experiencing a foreign culture for the first time? Imagine our protagonist Tom, alongside his friend John, as they immerse themselves in the vibrancy of a cultural festival right in the heart of the city. The air is thick with the scent of diverse local food, stirring excitement in their stomachs. As they take their first bite, their faces light up with delight. "Wow, this is incredibly delicious," Tom exclaims, his words echoing the delight of new flavors dancing on his tongue. The festival is not just a feast for the palate, but also for the eyes. Traditional performances take center stage, captivating our pair with a breathtaking spectacle of colors and movement. Tom, in awe, turns to John and says, "I've never seen anything like this before." His statement, brimming with surprise, reflects the beauty of witnessing a culture's heritage unfold before your eyes. But the festival isn't just about watching from afar. The performers, in their vibrant costumes, beckon Tom and John to join in the festivities. It's an invitation to step into the shoes of a culture different from their own, an invitation they readily accept. As they try to mimic the traditional dance moves, laughter fills the air. Tom, always the keen learner, turns to a performer and asks, "Could you show me how to do that step again?" His request, laced with humility and admiration, signifies the respect for the cultural nuances he's learning. Finally, as the day draws to a close, Tom and John express their gratitude to the performers. "Thank you for sharing your culture with us," Tom says, his words echoing the appreciation for the enriching experience they've had. So you see, when you step into a foreign culture, you're not just a spectator, but a participant, learning and appreciating the nuances that make it unique. And in that process, you gain not just phrases to express surprise, admiration, and gratitude, but also a deeper understanding of the world around you. What an enriching cultural experience for Tom. This city surely has more in store. How do you think these experiences will shape Tom's journey in the city? Tom's adventures have been a whirlwind of new experiences and growth. As he navigates this bustling city, he's been learning not just the language, but also the culture, the people, the sights, and the sounds. He's been absorbing it all, like a sponge soaking up water. In a heartfelt exchange with John, Tom shared, "This city, it's different from home, but there's a certain charm to it. The people, their warmth, the lively streets, the food... it quote s all so new, so different, yet so welcoming." There's a pause, then he adds, "I've learned so much more than just the language here, John. I've learned to adapt, to embrace change, to appreciate the beauty in diversity." John, ever the wise friend, replied, "That's the beauty of stepping out of your comfort zone, Tom. You get to experience things you never thought you would. You get to learn, grow, and become a better version of yourself. Remember, growth doesn't come from staying in the same place. It comes from experiencing new things, from taking risks." "And that's exactly what I've been doing here," Tom said, a sense of pride in his voice. "I've been taking risks, stepping out of my comfort zone, and it's been an incredible journey. I've made new friends, I've tasted different cuisines, I've navigated through bustling streets. I've lived a lifetime in these few days." In this conversation, you see Tom's growth. You see how he's adapted to this new city, how he's embraced the challenges and the changes. You see how he's learned from his experiences, how he's grown as a person. Tom's adventures in the city have been truly enlightening. They show us that stepping out of our comfort zone can lead to extraordinary experiences and learning.